Hello friends of the Northern Entertainment and welcome to an episode of Trainlife, a railway simulator. This video is sponsored by Trainlife. Thank you very much for that. And it is available now on Steam. If you click the link below in the description, it will take you directly to the Steam page. That being said, let's get into it. Let me show you what this game is all about. And you've seen one of the cargo trains rumbling by there in the background of the video just then. So I chose this tutorial here to showcase a little bit more of the game in the first video because this is a passenger scenario and it showcases you a little bit better what the game is all about, or maybe it's a little bit more interesting, I should say, than just hauling cargo. We should maybe ask for permission before we cross the dwarf signals. But this game, I should tell you that right from the get-go, is not a hardcore prototypical simulation of railway operations, but a approximation of what railway operations are like. Meaning signals are not like you would find them in real life. They are very much simplified in that they have only, well, 3 aspects really. And I'm gonna show you guys that as we go here through the game. You have blue, which is free. You have blue and yellow, which is essentially an advanced an advanced approach. And then of course you have red, which is the block ahead of you is full. Or occupied, as they say. This game, of course, because it is only an approximation, is really ideal for those of you that just want some casual gameplay, and the game concentrates more on the business side of things, or concentrates also on the business side of things, really reflects the tycoon part, if you will, where you build up your railway empire in terms of getting people to work for you, as well as upgrading your locomotives and your rolling stock and so on and so forth. And I'm gonna show you guys here as we go into the service center. I'm gonna show you. And he also wants us to add a couple of cars.
Some are commuter locomotives
This, so
and
we're
are
gonna
only designed
put
to transport passengers or
passengers.
some postage. The service
We're
center
gonna add some
allows us to
more,
add
some wagons
or remove
here,
wagons
and
for
I'm gonna
these
put
trains.
3.
Try doing so now.
3 wagons and 1 postage wagon. There we go. Wonderful. Now we can exit. Well, we could exit, but I'm gonna show you quickly also here. This is the locomotive customization panel. You can buy things that show up on the dashboard here. Then there's also upgrades, engine. Then there's also upgrades, engine, bogies, chassis, and more bogies. And then you can manage your locomotives. You can sell, you can buy, you can assign them to other. But again, this right now is just a tutorial, so we're gonna be following what he wants us to do. Now we're gonna go ahead here. First of all, before I do anything else, we're gonna be switching the cabin so that we can then roll out. You can use all the buttons here in the cab, which is nice. And that is a simulator aspect for sure. You have also a horn. You do have a deadman switch. These things can be switched on and off when you go here into games. Gameplay, deadman button on, air conditioning on, incline button on, minimap orientation, and so on and so forth. You can see you can turn this on and off. This game has also full controller support, and now with the full release, the vibration function of your controller is supported as well. The map feature as you can see here, that
Selecting
was
stations on the
really
map will allow you to set up a
redesigned.
route, and it will
Now
automatically
cities is
inform
blacked
those
out.
stations that you intend
Cities
to
is
take
blacked
goods
out
from them
because
to another station.
this is again just a tutorial, so we don't really need that part. We will see that in the next video in the series, but for now, just yeah, let's do what he says. So you can set up a route by selecting stations. Take timetables, apply. Okay, so we want to go from Nino at okay, route planner, south to north. Apply, confirm. There is our run. Wonderful.
Unfortunately, we'll have to backtrack just a little bit,
Yep.
as the switches we need are behind us. Take note of where the marked platform is, then navigate to it slowly and carefully.
I will. Now the nice thing, like I said, about this is the operation of this train really requires you to hit 4 buttons mainly. That's F to yeah, to confirm choices. Then you have space for your emergency brakes. W and S is throttle up and down, and E and D is brake applied and released in 10% intervals. You also have here a slip indicator right there. If you look here on your display, you have it here, and on the HUD, of course, you can see it in the lower right corner. And if I put the throttle too high, then you can see that the wheel will be starting to slip, which then will cost eventually, not in a tutorial, but eventually it will deteriorate your engine. So what we're gonna do now is we are rolling out of this station. We're gonna be backtracking just a little bit here, as you can see. We're gonna be coming up to the we're gonna be coming up here to the track. So I'm gonna be rolling all the way out until I'm past this intersection here. Now I don't know what that signal there is thinking it's doing, but oh well. Like I said, it's not a prototypical signal. If you have an advanced signal, then you will see 3 orange lights underneath the blue light, and that will give you an advanced aspect, or advanced approach aspect, if you will. Okay, here we are. Let's switch cabins again. So we have to go to this track here. And that is also something that's different, is you are setting each and every switch. Just like that. The sounds are good. The graphics, I mean, you can see the graphics. As I said, these are approximations of the real train. So they are not licensed. They look somewhat like their real counterparts. But that's not what the game set out to do. It didn't want to be completely prototypical. It wanted to be, it wanted to be a game that is enjoyable, that shows somewhat of rail operations and also a management aspect, and we will see that in the following tutorial. And I think it succeeds in that. I have played 10-11 hours so far. Had to restart a couple of times because I, for one, played, of course, in the early access phase, which I know there is still beta. It's still saying beta on the bottom there, on the bottom left, but it is, believe me, it is the full release version.
Emergency brakes engaged, you can open the doors and begin the process. Passengers will get off as needed and then get on as desired. Remember,
Beautiful.
This is based on the GPS route you've set up.
All right, well, let's open the doors. Doors are opened. And passengers are boarding, apparently. Passengers have boarded. We can close the doors.
Depending on the train or locomotive, you can switch to a rear-facing cabin or locomotive. Try doing so now, as let's get to the final station on our journey.
Yes, we shall do that. We shall absolutely do that. All the switches that you see me operate here, you can operate in first-person view. So we're gonna take the brakes off. And we're gonna... Oh no. That, by the way, was the dead man button. There's also, and I'm gonna turn this on only for a second, because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Yeah, there are radio stations that you can listen to while you drive your train. And one of the things to take note of here is something, yeah, that is very unique to this game, and that's that you have to switch every single track. You can see here when I hit Q, it goes left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And that is actually for the switches. We have now our track set, and you can see here left is the one that I shouldn't go, right is the one that it wants me to go. So we're gonna do this. Right track it is. Now there are AI trains on these tracks. And just another thing that's very unique is these green blinking lights indicate that you have a speed limit that's going up. If you have amber blinking lights or amber flashing lights, then the speed limit in the next block will go down as indicated. You can turn off... I'm doing this all the time. I accidentally hit the emergency brake, but what you can do is you can hit shift and you can go to hide HUD, the HUD, and the heads up display, as you can see, is gone. Now you can enjoy the ride unencumbered by the HUD there. And you can absolutely drive like that, because you have your map that shows you your way. And if you watch here, once you come up to a switch, it will show you, just like on the HUD, it will show you which is the right way to go. It makes it a little bit more challenging to play, which I personally like that. And you can see here, 60 is our currently, 80 will be the next. And again, that was signified by the green flashing lights. 44 kilometers per hour. And once we are out of this tutorial, I am going to show you guys the roadmap, as well as the map, so you have an idea what you actually can expect in terms of track length. Now I don't have the number in my head, nor did I write it. Oh, well, there we go. We could have gone faster. Now we're gonna be slowing down to 60 again.
Announce your arrival and drop off these passengers to finish this phase of your exam.
I will do that. So we're gonna contact Thiendorf North. We're gonna request access.
You know what to do, engineer. Let's get these passengers where they need to go.
Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Ah, and I'm hitting the emergency brake again. Yeah, let me know what you think about the game so far in the comments below. I'm curious. It is definitely different from other train games that I played in the past, but I like it. As I said, it's a nice relaxing one. You don't have to pay attention too much to all kinds of signal aspects that could be confusing, and while I do like that every now and again, it is nice just to relax and to just, yeah, roll on here on the tracks. And of course the part of growing your station entrances in 500 meters, but yeah, it's also nice just to roll in and enjoy without any care in the world. And yeah, also grow in your company. That is a nice aspect. So here you can see green. This is our 50-kilometer station entrance. Is here. And as you can see here, now we are heading for the right track. Well, left track, as the case may be. But you can see this is now red. So we're gonna go and switch that, and then we have left. Green. Blah. To track number 1. There we go. Easy peasy. There is a day-night cycle in the game. There's also a weather cycle that's coming in the following updates, but that is something that, as I said, we're gonna be looking once we start deboarding the passengers. We're gonna have a look at the roadmap for this game. We have also windshield wipers. Snowstorms are coming, which is very exciting for me. They say something. I cannot read what it says though. So let's now decelerate. You can see here brake application of 30%. Should bring us to a nice stop. And here we are. Let's open the doors. There we go. And while we are waiting for the boarding to be finished, as I promised, here you can see the roadmap, the current one, and you can see here in update 1 we have new trains, the ICE 3 and 4. Actually, that update 1 is that was the day 1 update, which is already available. The update 2 brings us a couple new trains in new region with Eastern Europe, Poland and Czechia. Extreme cargo scenario set, signal visual update, which I'm very curious. The service center overhaul and general bug fixes. Update 3 will bring us a new region, the Alps, Austria, Switzerland, Liechtenstein. New train customization cabin, train customization exterior, station gameplay overhaul, station stopping minigame, manual cargo taken minigame, scenario implementation in career mode. Implementation. What is implementation? Implementation. The weather is gonna add rain and snowstorms and snow, and again bug fixing and optimization, and then update 4 shunting and towing scenarios, event and system and additional events, seat camera options, GPS overhaul, tutorial update, passengers at station upgrade, signs, signals, immersion update, and more bug fixing. The Orient Express will be given to all free players after the launch, or sometime around after the official launch date, which was already, but the big update hasn't come yet, so we will see that. I'm excited for that one because I love the Orient Express. It's a wonderful train. But that being said, let's close the doors. Let's finish this tutorial. Closing the doors, system will remain blocked. And there we go, your reward. Yes, we loaded 10 passengers. Isn't that amazing? Close all. Yeah, friends, and with that I say thank you so much for watching. Next video that's coming up will showcase the full map.
You didn't think that was it, did you? There's more than one locomotive in the world, and you are destined to own them all. Well, only if you can afford them, that is. Ignore me. Let's go to the service center.
Let's go to the service center. Not today though. I hope you enjoyed this video and you join me again next time when I show you guys more of this, then out of the tutorial into a normal scenario, and I can show you guys much more. Until then, this is the Northern Alex signing off. Thanks for watching and God bless.